Hello everyone, myself Amit Mood, pursuing MTech in CSE from IIT Jodhpur. So now here we will demonstrate the network slicing using Cisco Packet Tracer. So for that we will insert a PC to establish our network. So for like this we will insert our PCs, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4, PC5 and PC6. So here we have considered six PCs and we can assume the total if there are three floors then we can consider that two computer or two computer device or PC will be in a one floor. So total three floors each will have two computer device. So now for the network for connection we will use it switch. So we will come up with a switch. So as we required a switch, so here it comes. So we had used the switch here. Yeah, and for establishing the connection, we will assign IP addresses to each of the devices. So for assigning the IP address, we will go to desktop, their IP configuration, and then as we know that this will be static and it will not change. So here we will assume any of the IP address like 192.168, then 5, then 1, and similar to its subnet and the mask. Then again the same process for assigning IP address. So 192.168.5.2 and the subnet mask. Okay. So following this process for all the remaining four PCs, our computer devices. So this IP address shows for our last PC that is 6, and yeah, so here I had assigned one to in order port now in order 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the last digit that basically shows the port number. So we will connect them. So we will connect to the switch and we will connect them using the ports. So as we want a connection. So yeah, we will consider, and as its port number is 1 as we assigned from 1 to 6. So we will here consider this. Then for again we will connect our PC1 to 12 and we can see that 11 got missing here because it already get assigned. So yeah, similarly for our third PC, so again considering it as a 13, and similarly we will connect our rest of the PCs. So we can see that we are connecting our last PC. Yes, and it be the 16th one. Okay, so this orange here shows that they are not still connected. So we will wait for 30 seconds and they will be get connected. So then we can say that our system, our connection, our network has been established. So we are just waiting for more 10 seconds. Two pieces need to connect. Only the one is left now. So yeah, now we can say that our connection has been established. So now to check that whether our connection is properly established or not, we will see the bottom part where source and destination is null, that they are showing nothing right now. So now we will send a message. Suppose we are sending message from PC0 to PC2. So now we can see below that the source is PC0 and destination be PC2. Similarly, we can send a packet from like PC5 to PC3. Then we can see that its source is PC5 and destination be PC3 below. So and the status be successful. So now we can see that yes, our connection is properly established as messaging is possible. We can send the packets. So basically here we created a network where each device that each PC can connect or communicate to any other device of this network. But despite of that, now the main part comes into picture. That is, we want to create a virtual network on the top of this network. So like let's put each of these computer PCs in separate virtual networks. So for assigning every computer or PC in separate virtual network, let us first change the label name so that we won't get confused anymore. So let's name it to virtual LAN 1, and the other to virtual LAN 2. And similarly we will fill up the rest all PCs and assigning it to virtual networks. So similarly we can see that our last PC and we assigned it to virtual networks, virtual LAN 3. So now the actual allotment of this each PC to a particular virtual network can be done through switch. So for that, let's go to switch configuration. Then we will go to its configuration, and here we will go to our VLAN database. So basically, it will consist of all the details like all the VLAN number, VLAN name. So and then we will add IDs. So now we will allot IDs corresponding to its number. So for one, we can see VL number one, VLAN number one, it is already default. So for the remaining one, that is the two, we will assign suppose LAN 2. And yeah, you can see that it got added here. So the IDs got added corresponding to VLAN number one and VLAN number two, as here we had two virtual LAN. So now the actual task is to assign each computer to a particular VLAN. So as we started from 1 to 6, we had 6 devices. So we will start from 11. And here it is already in VLAN 1, so no need to change. Then we will go for 12, that is 2. And here we will assign it in the second LAN. Similarly, we will go for 13. In 13, we can see that the third PC, so it is allocated for the LAN 2, so we will assign it in 2. Then we for 14 we will assign it in 1, yeah, it is by default. For 15 we will assign it in 1, yeah, it is by default. And for 16 we will assign it in LAN 2. So we can see that only one is orange, and as soon as it converts into green, our connection got established. So let's minimize this. Yeah, so now all became green, so we can say that yes, our connection is properly established. So after doing all these steps, now we will check that whether this connection or this network is properly working or not. So for that we can see below that the source and destination we are having two successful, okay, which we had done previously. Now we will check whether it is properly communicating or not. So for that we will considering a message. So from PC0, which is on VLAN 1, to suppose PC3 of VLAN 1. So yeah, we can see below it is a successful. But when we go for a PC1, that is of VLAN 2, to the PC4 of VLAN 1, then it will got failed. You can see here, yeah, it failed. So why one is successful and why the other one got failed? So our main work, that assignment of each of these computer to a particular virtual network, has been done. So now will communication with only devices which will be present in the same virtual network, and it will be unable to communicate with the devices that are outside the virtual network. So this shows that why one is successful and one the another one got failed. So again, let's consider another example. Suppose we take PC5, which is in VLAN 2, and it needs to communicate to PC1 of VLAN PC3 of VLAN 1. So this will also got failed. We can see the status, yeah, it got failed from source PC5 to destination PC3. So the conclusion, if they will be in a same network, same virtual network, then communication will be possible. Else, if they will be in outside the virtual network, they will be in different virtual network, then the communication will be not possible. So yes, we got our expected results. This shows the proper and the working demonstration. So basically, our task got completed, that we had done the demonstration of network slicing using Cisco Packet Tracer here. Thank you, and ready for any feedbacks or suggestions. And I hope that this demonstration came to a conclusion.